Championship, conceding 88 points so far. They will be looking to regroup, continue their development in this competition. The Serengeti Elephants, well, they've got 2 wins under their belt. They got a 19 points to 7 win against the Wild Dogs on Saturday, and then that 7 points to 5 win against the Honey Badgers. That one hurt the Honey Badgers. We heard Kat Merchant talking about Anna Capeless earlier and how it really affected her. Grace Akulu really steering the Serengeti Elephants with all of that experience as captains of Kenya. As we just see the Western Province team on your screen now, expect to see Soga pulling the strings as much as possible when she's on the field. And Anushka Grunewald, who was one of the try scorers on Saturday as well. And there is the team. Boyson Dow was one of those crossing the whitewash, and we mentioned Grace Akulu, the Kenyan skipper. Stella Wafula, she'll be hoping not to spend too much more time on the naughty step.
Going right? Yeah.
Cool. Catching herself with a yellow card at the weekend. For the Elephants, Layla Harrison will be looking to continue making the statement in this competition.
Very physical team, and they'll be looking to make that statement, and this is an opportunity for them to do it as we kick off this match. Elephants playing with the wind behind their back.
Yeah, early ball taken in by Ndebanenzi. Sensing there might be a little bit of room down this side. It's there with Gonzalez. Penalty has gone the way of the Western Province.
Let it go! Tackle!
Clear out was made, but the referee was already bearing towards a penalty. Got to come back to the mark, but bright start for Western Province.
Sisusa just trying to be sneaky there. But you can kind of see what it's done for this Western Province side and how much they've grown. Just hope that they can keep it up.
Jordan Conite coming forwards with it, but Grace Akulu once again using that experience. All that ball right out in front. Oh, and it's actually worked quite nicely as the Elephants look to offload and try and go down that right side. Teddy Gatiana did well, almost having to reach out and take it. Took it behind the defender. Getting in behind the team already. Now then, just one option to the right, but a whole steep backline ready to get going down the left. Trying to straighten and find the room through the middle. Samantha Brackett, and then they're still going. Temitope Ogunjimi, is she going to try and get the offload inside? She was brought down, rode the physical stuff to get them into the 22. Serengeti Elephants crossing the plains to make their way in and attack Western Province. It's a lovely ball over the top from Gonzalez. This could just be the run-in. Serengeti Elephants are going to be on the mark. Judith Akumu, Commonwealth Sevens player. All of that experience at the Olympics as well. And the Elephants are on the board.
Judith Akumu, the finish, but you could see it was a complete team effort. They pulled the Western Province women side to side, used the width of the field. You know, they're running with the wind, so they had to time it. They kept it tight. And unfortunately, Sisetu Mchazi wanted to close from the outside, but she ended up running too far, creating that overlap on the outside. And then it was just the one skip pass to the outside, trying to just use their head. And there's that skip pass to Judith Akumu, who's just going to use her pure pace to get over the line. Great defensive effort coming in from the Western Province women, but they got to man up. They got to look at the game that's happening in front of them and read it accordingly, not trying to preempt what might happen.
Akumu over the ball, having added the extras. Really carried in the wind, but then it sits up. There's a bit of work to do. Nearly the chance to try and step down that left wing from Sisusa. Counter-ruck. It's causing all sorts of problems. The assistant, I think, is just communicating, though. One of the players has just stayed down here.
All right, guys, in games to go.
The clear out was made by a player in an offside position.
Wild Dogs versus Bulls.
You have to go through the gate. You can't just come from the wrong side. So you're offside now. You're granting the Elephants, you know, ball possession and territory, which is always going to work against your favour. They're a team that constantly looks to attack, and as we said, a lot of these 10 teams play with momentum on their side, and that's exactly the kind of team the Elephants are. They're always looking to have ball in hand, always looking for the offload, but they're not afraid of the physical stuff. They're not afraid to get in there, work at ruck time. We saw against the Balkans Honey Badgers, they're working at ruck time. They're constantly looking for ways to turn the ball over in their favour. So you almost want to rob them of ball and opportunity at every point you can go, and then, you know, it's just not being wise to come in and give that penalty, especially in your own 22.
Grace Akulu bringing all of that experience, taking part in WXV3 in Dubai, enjoying the opportunity to play more on the international stage.
But Brennan,
show more of what she can do, was so instrumental in that win against the Honey Badgers.
The Bulls, please.
And you know what's great to see is in this Elephant side, there's so many Kenyan players, and you can kind of see how that's actually working in their favour. They understand each other, they understand how the other one plays, and that is also what's vital. We've got Keita Walnut and many former teammates also playing together, so hopefully they'll try and find their groove.
So that was
Judith Akome, Grace Akolu, everyone coming together.
Sorry, medic. She's got to go off. We're taking her off. Recognize the move. She's at head contact. She's got to go. Okay, you're calling her? Yep, so she's going.
There we go. Some really good work by the officials there, actually, because we did see that there was a bit of attention needed for Sanika Adams, and the referee saying, no, this is recognised and removed. There was head contact there. If she wasn't feeling good, then we need to take her off and have a scene too. So there will be a change made. But you love the sensible approach.
Yeah, and they'll be disappointed to lose her, because she's actually one of those players that plays really well with Sisusa. You can see they're trying to speed up the game, but absolutely great work by the officials to see that.
Guys, let's give each other some more space here, and then you are responsible for your own space you take, okay? Focus control, please.
The referee just wants this scrum a little more settled before we get that one in. Akumu. We saw her shoot down the blind side a little while ago. She does love a look at that. Akulu there, not held, able to pick the ball back up and will make those extra couple of metres. Now the players come flooding round the corner, sensing there's a chance to make that extra player. Gonzalez will hold it up in midfield and allow Akumu. In fact, it's not going to be Akumu. A little juggle of the ball. And it looks like they might have just done enough to present the opportunity to run it into the corner for Marley George at the Leopards Club. It's been part of the Springbok Women's Development Camp, and just had to put the foot down and bring that one home.
And then we were just speaking about sensible play and basic rugby. That was just basic rugby, using the hands, drawing the player. The Serengeti Elephants love to use that short ball on the inside to kind of suck in defenders and create that overlap on the outside. They know they've got finishers on the outside, Voicendaal, Marley George on the outside to just kind of receive and finish. But it all starts with the work in the middle and how many defenders they can pull in. Grace Akolu struck that well, but unfortunately just pulled it a little bit.
Given the breeze, that was impressively close.
Take another look at. You see them running hard and drawing the numbers in. The offloads are on every single time, and Marley George, right place, right time, running that support line. I didn't mean for that to rhyme.
It was a much needed juggle. We love it. Spit those rhymes. Why not? Christopher Lindo, the one who will be chalked up with the assist. Oh, and that's just been lost forwards on the ground. Canadian Gonzalez straight over it. She works so hard for this team. They're looking to go wide here. That one's gone to ground, but it is backwards. Referee happy enough. Straight into the maul. Ball now presented on the floor. Kumo. We'll try and straighten and go through. Natalie Bjorkland will do that all day for the Elephants. Oh, that was just tipped forwards though, and the referee is going to spot that from Lindo.
Knock on.
We'll give Western Province a chance to go. They'll be patiently waiting for that second half when the wind's at their back, Western Province. Just 12 points conceded so far, though, and given the amount that they conceded over the championship day one, they're acquitting themselves. Not badly at all.
Yeah, and they'll also just want to maybe even try and keep the lead that the Elephants potentially build just at a minimum, because they could come back with that win behind their backs.
Sit.
They'll try and strike to the right, try and create the extra players. Oh, they wanted the offload for the wraparound. It wasn't quite on. Serengeti Elephants doing their best to try and pile in the numbers. Peterson was just seeing if she could unlock anything. Oh, you've got to be paying attention if the ball's going to come to you. Can't take your eyes off it for a minute. Western Province going backwards in possession here as Elephants look to get up and make the challenge. Peterson.
Off now, tackle up. Release. Thank you.
She's definitely brought the dancing shoes to day 2 as well. But that is a little bit player and ball. Absolutely harassing in the tackle, Marley George, and then the double hit. Goodness. He's going to feel that one in the morning. Penalty Western Province. Those hungry Elephants have just got to stay disciplined. And now here we go. Route 1. Take them on. That's what we love to see. This time, players not rolling away, and Kulu, Gonzalez, just a little loose on the floor. They will get the chance to go again as Lindo sets the platform. Western Province got to be careful they don't get caught for not rolling away. Oh, it was a little loose from Akulu. She's better than that.
And they did so well to create 3-on-1 on the outside and then just try to fling it out wide too early. So basic, just use your hands, especially if you've got 3 players. You didn't have to look for that skip pass on the outside. You could have just sent it through. Good build up. You can see at breakdown time they're competing with every single ball at breakdown time. Western Province women are finding themselves isolated. You know, the cleaners aren't coming in as quickly. So every opportunity the Elephants are going to take to try and steal that ball, they are going to go for it.
Guys, just take this question.
You can also see, because they're playing against the wind, the Western Province women don't want to kick it up, which you can understand. But then you've got to have someone trying to punch through the middle and trying to just get over that gain line.
Seeing it sometimes, they're getting it all right in terms of punching up, but the support's got to be there. Elephants are just looking to ruck every time. That was another slamming close of the door from Gonzalez. Now then, this looks like it's going to be an opportunity to go round the world on the outside. Certainly made some meters laterally, maybe a couple forwards. Look at the counter ruck, look at the strength from the Elephants.
Playing the ball on the ground.
And in desperation to try and get hold of the ball.
Ruckus form.
Referee. Ball offloaded. Is it going to be another try? Looking to try and step through. Marley George once more, but they are going to keep it alive and come through to the left. They've got players queuing up, but the ball doesn't go to hand again. And that's gone forwards, I'd say, or is referee happy enough it was lateral? Maybe he is. Quickly to get in and try and get it away. Nama Betihi gets there. Extra player on the outside, but they're not going to need it. Serengeti Elephants cruising in for their 3rd try. Stella Wafula. In fact, she's going to go all the way and under the posts. Super score.
Stella Wafula, such a strong runner. And that's just basic stepping on the inside. You've got to receive the ball on your outside and step back onto the weak shoulder. And that's all she did. She had the support on the outside, didn't need it, decided to go herself. But you can kind of see the Elephants are rushing it. And they're just trying to get through. And that is half time. Looks like Elephants have that comfortable lead.
Yeah, Lonica Martins then adds the 2 points. DHL Western Province 0, Serengeti Elephants 19 at half-time. But when the wind changes second half, I wonder how things will look then. The Elephants just get themselves ready for their huddle. Katualo is down, listening in.
We really are listening in. The wind had wreaked some havoc for the Western Province, and the Serengeti Elephants managed to cash in on that, managing to starve them of any opportunity and running opportunity. I don't know why I'm whispering. I feel I must, but yeah, let's see what's going on.
Like we're 6-4. We're not shifting early enough. It's just Tanya and I don't hear anyone else moving inside. So we're getting a bit stuck.
Defensively, let's keep that width outside in, contain that pressure. Right, be patient, what's happening when we make a few phases? What are they doing?
I'll explain on the video now.
After 2 phases, they're losing the ball. We're turning it over. That's great. But when we turn that ball over now on the edge,
13 is 14,
what's the edge
yeah.
person
So
supposed to do?
I'll check now. Let me just do one
What's your
thing at a
role on the
time.
edge?
Yeah.
Get the width. Start on the sideline. Go for the ball. We're all just ball watching. I want us to organize. I want that voice on the edge. Great job to Marley. Her first game, first score. Let's give her a second.
So, and I sent you a team sheet.
Be patient, and after 2 phases, Western Province tend to lose the ball or do something
You
that
must do the same
gives
game,
possession
just the
back to
players.
the Elephants. But be patient. They just congratulate the
of-
try scorers, and we're excited to see the second half. I'm sure Western Province are going to come back. That wind will turn. Let's see what happens in the second half. Serengeti Elephants, can they hold on?
Okay, so forward that goes.
Turlo bringing us right into the heat of the action there. And Robert McDowell, the coach, the one to talk. He had Renee Gonzalez, the Canadian,
Okay,
who's got experience at 7s and 15s, just saying that she's the one going alone. She needs other players either side of her. But he was also keen to say, what do we need to do? He wasn't laying down the instruction, Leila Harrison. He's letting the players work it out for themselves.
Yeah, and if players have their own agency, you know, they feel that they can kind of take control, which I love.
Okay.
So it's great for them to see. So they work it out, and now they've got to work it out on the field too, because Robert isn't there.
And Chazi gets the second half underway for the Western Province. Communication on the shoulder of Bjorklund. You can hear Gonzalez through the referee's microphone. I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you.
It's backwards.
Now they might have that width. And that was what was said in that huddle. What's the winger's job? It's to hold the width and stretch the defence. And with the defence stretched, it's Natalie Bjorklund who is firing away. She's got the lifting straps on the legs. No second row should be running at that sort of pace. Goodness me. Natalie Bjorklund, outstanding.
And that is what you call executing the plan from the minute go. They said keep the width. When we defend, we want to defend from the outside in. But in attack, you've got to stay out on the outside. And Natalie Bjorklund did exactly that. They trusted their passing skill. And then Natalie Bjorklund just using her pace. And as you said, shouldn't be running like that. But sizing up, Natalie Bjorklund again stepping back from the outside. They had kind of numbered up, looked up, but she backed herself. And that's what you want to see. You always say back yourself when you're running. And Bjorklund said, okay, fine, I'll do it myself.
26 points on the board now for the Elephants. What a start to the second half, given facing into this gusty wind. Oh, that was a big collision. Oh, and it's a little bit loose. Elephants on the rampage to try and get hold of that loose ball.
Tackle now.
They are not allowing Western Province a single moment.
Knock on.
And now it's loose. And Gonzalez is there. She wants the offload. Oh, it had to go earlier.
Advantage over. You had the opportunity to play.
Now it comes right, but at that point Western Province had managed to get one-on-one defensively, and can they reel them in? It will be the offload, it will be the try eventually. They made relatively hard work of it in the end, but Marley George on the scoreboard for her second of the match.
Just doing really well, the Elephants.
Ja, ze was een
Running into support line. Marley George was in the middle of the things, and then she found herself back on the outside on that support line. But we spoke about it earlier, Western Province trying to play out of their own half. We could understand in the first half because they were playing against the wind. This time, would actually just want them to put boot to ball. And you know that you've got some paces on the outside, so use it. Doesn't look like the Elephants have a kicker.
You got 5 seconds.
So Bronwyn Dormar is just going to have to take it herself. That's fine.
Well done.
It's an attempt.
Well done.
I'm not sure what everybody was waiting for. She was certainly waiting a bit, and then the referee said, you've got 5 seconds. I think they're going to be all right in terms of bringing the result home.
And that's just basic run and play. We said they made it earlier. I think it was Gonzalez that tried to take on the outside, just got caught by her jersey, and then George with the offload run on the inside, making it as easy as it could possibly come.
Brace of tries then for Marley George.
En is er nog iemand te fixen.
Rolling Sod sees Grace Okulu back onto the field. Oh, is that going to go the 10? It's not. It's going to be a free kick for Western Province.
Yeah, now you just want them to use it, tap and play, get creative with
That
it.
was pretty well done.
Play the ball,
Isolated
cut the
it again.
ball. Let it go, Blue. On the ground.
Okulu
Let it go, Blue. 12, 3.
affecting the turnover. Room on the left. It was nicely done over the top. And oh, it's an absolute race down the touchline. And look at the pace. Absolutely no hanging around. Rene Gonzalez just wanted to make that statement about what she brings to this team. She punches it up physically, but she can finish as well.
Rene Gonzalez getting in the trams and pinning her ears back and running it straight at them. We spoke about the isolation from the Western Province women's side, and I think it was just Jordan Connaught who found herself isolated at that ruck time. You've got to get someone in, and then it's just the pure offload, just sneaky. And Gonzalez said, okay, cool, pinning my ears back, gonna give my legs a bit of a run, as if she hadn't been doing enough for the day. And surely that's when you call for a sub.
I think she has certainly taken leave for a couple of minutes, and why not? Well earned. Let's try number 6 for the Elephants now.
Nothing, just a kick off the leg.
Ball pinging around in there like a pinball table. But now, Elephants trying to find the room. There were so many numbers on the outside of Badihi there. Felt it had to go, but just a word on Nama Badihi. Just as Western Province play, we'll come back to that in a moment. Dumb tackle coming in. Western Province looking to try and come round on that outside.
Elephants are putting Western Province under so much pressure. They're getting into their faces on the defence, quick off the line, outside in, and that's what's going to happen, especially if you're trying to play around in your own 22.
It is a penalty. They've got the wind behind them here, though. No one is considering putting that ball downfield through the boot.
Someone's got to just take agency, because now it's just getting messy and scrappy. Set up those phases, look to kick boot to ball, try and get some territory, but you're potentially going to give Elephants possession in your own 22, which is what you don't want.
Stay there.
Certainly got a couple of players that are doing the work. Jordan Connaught, one of those that we've seen making those key meters. Now a little ball back inside. Released off the floor from Soga.
Tackle now.
Kulu trying to force the Maul decision. She's gone in and played the 9 there.
Offside.
That is going to be a penalty.
Yeah, referee just turned his back, and then Elephants thought they could get away with it, but they're going to still try and run it. I mean, you can't blame them for trying. But there are better decisions. You got to just get your rugby decisions made better.
And then a clear release, and then you went past.
Wonder how much the referee's patience might be tested by the Elephants here. They're obviously just trying to win the ball back, but they're doing so illegally a number of times in succession.
That's good, play.
Oh, ball popped off the floor. Okulu then looking for a little bit more width to try and send Ogunjimi down the wing and in. It's try number 7 to Mitopi Ogunjimi.
And that's another try to the Elephants.
So much energy spent there by the Western Province women. They didn't have to. You can see hands on hips. They're looking deflated, but you can't take anything away from the turnover. Grace Okulu was there. We said they were competing at breakdown time every single time. And then the offload to Ogunjimi. Not going to stop her from there. This is Ogunjimi is also just equal top try scorer for the women so far in the tournament.
Oké, zie je. Zullen die
That's
volgende
because
game
of
alweer in de gang?
kicking against the wind. Grace Okolusa unable to convert that. Elephants now leading 43 points to zip.
Go.
It's just amazing to see the international players that come from all over. Opportunities for everybody to express themselves in the Rugby 10's championship.
Back. Good. Play on.
Just on the floor,
Let it go
backwards,
now,
given
you're
us the
off your
call.
feet. Orange, thank you.
Trying to get in to get the turnover. And it is going to be the turnover. Now they've got some room down the left-hand side. Is it going to be shifted, or is it just going to be the run-in? Defence was just coming across, but Cristobal Lindo was happy to cruise in. Second score, and this is now turning into the biggest win we've seen in the tournament so far.
Cristobal Lindo finishing off the hard work of her side. We said that they're hungry for the ball. They're trying to accumulate those points as well. They're looking for that bonus point. Everything is going to count towards the end of it, and you almost want to say you want to see that Elephants Honey Badgers match again. You want to see them play for the final spot, but doing really well, the Elephants getting the basics right and executing the plan.
Lindo from provider to try scorer. I mentioned Nahama Badihi, captain of the Israel women's team, and that's a real flavour of the international talent that we have as well. She's also got an 18-month-old daughter. Any viewers of Premiership Women's Rugby will have seen plenty over the weekend of Abby Ward coming back to play. Oh, now this looks like a slip of the shackles from Wafula. Swung around, but not held, or was she? Referee says enough.
You ground, and then you played on, so that's holding on.
Tap and go, clock in the red. Western Province still looking to play, but they're also potentially going to be sent to the treatment room, such as some of the hits coming in from the Elephants. They are showing no mercy here. Robin McDowell's side. And now they'll say enough is enough. Well, it's a whopping great scoreline from the Elephants as they continue their supremacy in this women's competition. A third win, and it's a pretty colossal one as well. Scoring 8 tries in the process, they've dispatched Western Province by 48 points to 0. Well, Layla Harrison, where do you take this from a Western Province point of view?
I think all you got to do is make better decisions from the Western Province women's side. They obviously played the first game. You know what you